Alright YouTube, Big Germ's Garage here. This is take 2 of this video. This video is going to be showing the Firefox 620, which is a Tomberlin go-kart. If you remember, I bought this go-kart about 2 weeks ago. It was 100 bucks. Now, the reason I say take 2 is because today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Back on Monday, I came out here, I had the video camera set up, I started to put brake pads on it. If you watched the video of this before, it needed brake pads. Actually, the caliper was pulled off of it. It was still hooked up to the line, but it was not connected. So I have the chain, I had brake pads, I was ready to put the brake pads on, put the chain on, I was going to make a video of it, and then I could not build pressure with the brake system. Come to find out, I'm pretty sure the master cylinder is what was broken. The caliper, I think it was missing some pieces, so I ended up going online. I found a new master cylinder and found a new caliper, and they just came in the mail today. So I'm going to show you what I bought, and then I'm going to make a video hopefully putting them on and it actually works. So let's look back here and we'll see. Everything is off of it right now. Pretty much you've got the linkage coming from the brake to here, and then this is where the master cylinder will go. The line feeds that way, and the caliper connects over here around the rotor. And there's the chain, new chain, waiting to go. I'm hoping it's the right one. It's a 40. I got it off Amazon. Hoping it's right. So let's go over here and look. We'll look and see what I've got so far taken apart, and then I'll show you what came in the mail. And I've got all my tools here from the other night working on it. Slide them out of the way. Alright, let's see. Alright, so caliper was originally hanging off. This I think might work, but looking in the pictures there are some springs I think that are missing, and we'll find out in a minute. But caliper I think works, but I was trying to bleed the brakes and it would not work. It originally had one brake pad in it, but it was missing the other. So I went online. Kids ATV Parts I believe is the place I got it from. It actually came from Amazon, but it was from a company called Kids ATV Parts. I found the brake pads for it. It was a little difficult to find. I realized that one of the pads has to fit up in this black bracket, and it's got these little tabs so that it fits in there. And then, so that's where that one goes. That's what was missing. And then this one goes the other way, and it connects to those little poles there. And these do fit. So I didn't type in Tomberlin Crossfire. Actually, or Firefox. There's a Crossfire also. When I typed in Tomberlin Firefox, not much came up. To find these brake pads, I had to look for Chinese ATV go-kart brake pads, and that's how I found them. I measured that big hole to that big hole. It equaled these 2 studs there, and then this one looked to be the right size. So I pretty much guessed, and it did work out. But I don't know if I'm going to need them now because I think the new one might come with the brake pads. So the other night I tried bleeding this. There was plenty of fluid in the reservoir that hangs up by where the seatbelt goes. Plenty of fluid. And I think what my problem is this master cylinder. This piece just flops around. There's no pressure that was being built up. When I took this apart, there's nothing in there. I could not find a hole. There was no pressure. Fluid. If I filled this up here with fluid, it just stays there. It doesn't go out anywhere. Not exactly sure what the issue was with this, but I think this was my problem. So we're going to find out. This piece, in case you're just wondering, this piece goes here on the top. It fits all the way in. It hangs up like this. This goes up in the air to the master cylinder, which this is upside down because I don't want it to leak out, but it hooks on, it hangs up top. And this goes to that linkage I showed you a little bit ago on the go-kart. This is the brake line. Brake line seemed to be fine. The caliper, when I put, it had the little bleeder screws around here somewhere. Bleeder screw, which I don't see it. The okay, well. Oh, right, it's already on there, never mind. All right, the bleeder screw, I'm going crazy. I thought I had taken it out. The bleeder screw, when I put the Mighty Vac pump on it and covered my finger on this hole, this is the hole where the line hooks. When I put my finger there, it built suction. So there was no leaks in here, I don't think. Also, when I put air into this hole, it forces the cylinder, the little piston out. So I think this was working, but like I said, I think some pieces were missing. Going over the prices, and I'll double check in a minute when I open these if maybe it's actually in there. A new master cylinder was like $15. This was like 25 bucks, I think. So they were kind of cheap, so I figured I'd go ahead and just buy new ones. So let's open it up. I got 2 packages. Should be 3 items. 2 of them are for this go-kart, one's for a four-wheeler. So let me get something to open this up. So let's see, this one feels like the caliper. So, made in China. It says rear brake caliper, Rocetta parts, ATV buggy. I kind of pieced it together in the ad looking to see if it was the right one, so I'm hoping it is, but I'll show you how I decided on this one, because you might be looking as well. Now I will tell you, there's a Alpha, I think it's Alpha Sports. It's a website for parts for this Tomberlin. They wanted, I believe it was this, like 200 or 300 bucks for this, which if this is the same thing, like I said, this is like 30 bucks or less. It does come with brake pads, which is good. Now, oh, brake pad just fell out, but it does come with brake pads. Same brake pads as what I just had and I was showing you. This one fits up in here. Actually, I think I might have it backwards. Anyway, yes. Hopefully it didn't just fall apart. Now I got a mess. Let's see. Alright, brake pad is in there. I'll probably have to push that in there a little bit more, a little bit better. Yikes. Alright, let's see. Not exactly sure. Alright, so brake pads look to be very similar. Let's see what this thing does have springs here, which I was missing the springs. This piece is going to go in here in place, and then this one is going to go around Alright, I gotta be careful with this thing because the pieces do come off. Alright, so back together. How did I decide on this one? First of all, it looks very similar. Here's the one I just got off Amazon. So it was off Amazon, and here's the other one. Missing the screws on this, or the springs on this one. Back side. Very similar, except for you might notice that black thing and nothing there, they're on different sides. Also, the line bolt and the bleeder screw are on different sides. So that's the main difference I could see. When I measured it, it said on here that these 2 holes, that hole and that bolt hole, were 63 millimeters apart. So 63 millimeters I think should be about 2.5, or a little bit less than 2.5. So when I measure, that's what it is, a little bit less than 2.5, and on the old one, a little less than 2.5. So that was my main deciding factor. It looked like it, the bolt holes look like they'll match up, but we're gonna find out shortly. So this is the replacement, Amazon, and I'm not seeing it. While I'm talking, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone to find out the exact price. So let's go ahead and open up the next one. This should be the master cylinder. And actually it should be a petcock also. Oh, sweet, that's more than I thought. And this is a petcock for the ATV that I just bought, the Big Bear 250. So that'll be another video coming up. So let's see. I'm actually already excited to look at this because it's more than what I thought I was getting. And I got some sort of a keychain. So here it says Go Fit, Goo Fit, I guess, G-O-O Fit, good fitting. Oh, I didn't mean to hit Pandora. I'm trying to go to Amazon. Alright, so let's see. Got a keychain for that company. You know what? I guess the ad does show that it came with this reservoir, but I didn't remember. All right, so this was $18. It was $17.99. Oh, and that is so much stiffer than the other one. That was the issue. I think something was missing, because if you look, this is just flopping around. Now hopefully this actually works. It might have to be adjusted. That bolt looks a little bit longer. If you compare it, we'll see, but this is adjustable, so hopefully it'll all work out. The bolt holes are the same, so it should be fine as long as I can get it to actually line up. All right, so that was 18, and the caliper was 18. So both of them, $7.99. Can't beat that. Hopefully it works. So let's go put it on. Alright, so this is a new one. I just took it off again to look at it. This bolt is way too long and it's causing issues. This is the old one. You can see how short it is compared. So I'm going to cut this bolt a little bit, and I actually might end up swapping out this new piece with the old piece, because the new piece is, well, it's about the same, but this piece here is longer, which is going to cause it to get up into this boot here. That means it has to be way down here, and I'm out of space, where this one, it can go a lot further and not be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off here with a hacksaw, and I'll finish it up. Okay, YouTube, there you go. There you got it. The brakes work. The master cylinder that I just bought for 18 bucks seems to be good. Good replacement. And the caliper, same thing, 18 bucks. Amazon's where I got both of them. You can't beat that. Alpha Sports or Alpha whatever it is where you get parts for your Tomberlin online, they win a lot more money than $18. So they seem to be a good fit. Just make sure they match up. The caliper, the main thing with the bolt holes for the mounting bracket, they were 63 millimeters, I think that's what they were. Everything seems to work. The one thing I did have to do, which I showed, is I had to shorten that bolt there. But when I was bleeding it, I did have to adjust this a little bit so that it caught sooner. What was happening is you'd have to push the pedal all the way down for it to engage. So I ended up having to move this piece down some so the bolt was a little bit longer. So it all worked out. Brakes are working. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.